Okay, so now we're going to look at the properties of bases. So we have three bases. We have sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide. So hopefully you can tell by those names that they're all bases, okay? And we're going to do the same 7 tests that we did when we looked at the properties of acids. So first thing we're going to do, slide my test substances out of the way there. And we're going to put the bases into the spots of the spot plate again. Okay, and then we'll put some, so sodium hydroxide's in the first row. We're gonna have calcium hydroxide in our second row. And we're gonna have ammonium hydroxide in our third row. Okay, so all the substances are in there. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test it with magnesium. Okay. So put our bases back in order just so we have them outside there for reference. So I'm putting some magnesium ribbon into each of these. Okay, and so take a look at what's happening. And so the ribbon's in there, but I don't see anything happening. Okay, so it doesn't look like that magnesium is going to react with the acid. So second one, we're going to put that red litmus paper in again. Okay, so I'll put a piece in front for reference, and we'll put our red litmus paper into the spots. Oh, this one's kind of sitting on top. Okay. So if we take a better look, so the first two are really, really blue, and the second one is just starting to go blue. So you can tell the difference in comparison to the original red litmus. Okay, so the edges are bluish, and if we leave that one long enough, it's going to go blue as well. So it must be just a little bit weaker. Okay, so we're going to try blue litmus next. Okay. So we're going to notice that they're all blue as well. Okay, we'll go back to the red litmus here and double check because it's starting to go blue, but we'll look in a minute to see how blue that gets. Okay, so after the litmus, we're going to use bromothymol blue. Okay, so this might be in a slightly different order than it was on your sheet, but we're definitely seeing some color here. So just give me 1 second so I can grab my paper. Sorry, it's just taking me a second. We can slide it so we can get a better look at the colors. Okay, so we can see that we have all bright blue, okay? Oh, and our litmus has also gone blue there as well. So we can see that they've all sat long enough that they're blue, and then we have the really blue for the bromothymol blue. Okay, so for the next one, we're going to put in some universal indicator. Okay, so I put it in. So to start with, it's green, and maybe you can tell when I drop it in what happens. Okay, so the top two went like a real purple color, and the bottom one went like a bluish green. So that's not surprising that it's a little bit different, but it's definitely not green, right? So if we see the original color, so I'll put a little drop on my page. Well, actually I can't put it on the page, I'll put it at the side. It's a really bright green. So I do have a change to a bluish color here. The top two are really purple. Okay. So we're also going to check with what's that phenolphthalein. So remember, this one is a clear colorless substance. And we're gonna put it into our bases. And you can probably see they all went pinkish. So definitely not colorless anymore. I'll put it just a little bit more just to see. Okay. So they're all pink. And then our last one, we're gonna put in some baking soda. A little bit in each one. I think it's gonna help if I put it over the black this time to see it a little bit better. But unlike the acids that bubbled, nothing really seems to be going on in these. So it's just kind of powder at the bottom.